Welcome back to Yeppy's King Ranking. Today we will be talking about top 5 industries that may face serious trouble due to COVID-19. And right down to today's rankings. Number 5, entertainment industries. Six Flags has been my go-to place with my nieces and friends every once a month. Yet, every single amusement park under Six Flags Company has been closed since March due to COVID. Some states reopened as of July partially, limiting the number of visitors by appointment-only system and opening only during the weekends. But other parks claim to remain temporarily closed until we don't know. All the fun rides and all the good stuff to eat in the park will be missed. With increasing number of people using online streaming services such as Netflix, pre-existing entertainment business are on the downfall. Like CMX Cinemas, a chain of movie theaters with dine-in options, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy on April 25th this year. The theaters, owned by parent company Cinemex Holdings, was in the process of acquiring the Star Cinema Grill, a closing deal 6 weeks prior. Cirque du Soleil, the Canadian-based acrobatics and entertainment group, filed for Chapter 15 bankruptcy on June 29th. The company said via press release that their financial restructuring is due to pandemic-related cancellations and closures. The company also announced layoffs for almost 3,500 employees. Number 4, fitness industries. A lot of these fitness centers will go only bad due to pandemia. Obviously, they have less people seeking gym and more recurring expenses. It only makes sense that these type of businesses are now hard to operate. Gold's Gym. Gold's Gym, which owns and operates over 700 gyms nationally and internationally, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy on May 4th. 24 Hour Fitness, a chain of gyms, filed for Chapter 11 on June 14th. The company is planning to reopen many of its locations during the coronavirus reopenings across the nation, but 133 locations will remain closed. As much as I miss hanging out with my friends and partying, another big part of my life has been going to the gym. Clearly, the COVID has huge impact on fitness centers. Even my apartment gym facility is closed, and yes, it broke my heart into millions of pieces. And I really hope they reopen in near future. Number 3, retail department store industries. With more people gearing over to online shopping and people feel afraid to go to places where more people gather in closed spaces, retail department stores head downwards due to no shoppers. Also, a lot of overhead costs will not help out their business expenses. Neiman Marcus. Well-known luxury department store, Neiman Marcus, filed for Chapter 11 on May 7th. The century-old retailer is one of several traditional department stores that could be headed for trouble. J.C. Penney. Based in Plano, Texas, this well-known department store operated for more than a century as the country's first department stores. But it has been on a downturn as more consumers turn their heads to online shopping and fast fashion retailers. JCPenney has faced financial trouble for several years now and filed for Chapter 11 on May 15. Lord & Taylor, the nation's oldest department store, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy on August 2nd. The company sold to French retailer Le Tote and sold its 11-story flagship location in New York last year. The weekend after payday, going to some of my favorite retail stores like Neiman Marcus or even JCPenney's to check out some perfumes, some dress shirts, some sneakers, or even checking out the new trendy wash-in denims. Having couple shopping bags in both hands. It will truly be missed as it was just fun experience on its own. Number 2, food industries. Here is another industry that is being heavily impacted by COVID. Now, a lot of the restaurants who survived the first phase are now offering services only in patios and in parking lots. But the initial impact was too big to hold back some of the businesses. Yelp, the online service that provides reviews, say 60% of restaurants that shut down during the pandemic are now closed for good. The restaurant industry now reflects the highest total business closures, recently surpassing retail. Many have tried to adapt with online ordering, curbside pickup, and home delivery. One of the restaurants that were highly impacted includes CPK. California Pizza Kitchen, the casual fare restaurant chain, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy on July 30th. But the company does not plan to close any of its 200 plus locations as part of restructuring. I really hope that they can weather the storm, as it's one of my favorite places to go dine in. Surely, due to impact of COVID-19, a lot of people will miss all those pizza places, sushi restaurants, best Thai spots, and all other hole-in-the-wall restaurants that closed temporarily or even permanently. If, by all means, these favorite locally owned go-to restaurants of yours are still open, make sure you get to support them by dining in if it's an option, order for pickup, or utilize those delivery service apps if it's not an option. And number one most impacted due to COVID-19 industry is fashion industry. As a fashion fan myself, I'm really sad to say that the fashion industry is definitely one of the most impacted industries due to COVID. Most of the businesses are making the change to go online. The brands that you grew up with might not be surviving after the virus shakedown. Closures and bankruptcy might not be an option to the industry business owners. And here are some of the brands that are already in trouble. True Religion Apparel, a clothing brand known for its jeans, filed Chapter 11 on April 13th. The company whose trendy jeans rose popularity in year 2000s. I really thought that the trend will last for many years. But after years of struggle, COVID finally put some weight on their business. Lucky Brand. This brand I really grew up wearing and kinda surprised that they're still around. Denim and apparel retailer Lucky Brand filed for Chapter 11 on July 3rd. The company, founded in '93, has been acquired by Spark Group, which owns retailers such as Aeropostale and Nautica. J. Crew. The preppy retailer worn by celebrities and shoppers alike filed for bankruptcy on May 4th. The company also owns Madewell, a popular women's clothing and accessories brand. Just like these industries, it's hard to say our lives are not impacted by Corona. Other examples of fashion businesses that you are well familiar with and that are severely impacted by COVID-19 pandemic are individual brand companies such as Urban Outfitters, Burberry, Brooks Brothers, H&M, Abercrombie & Finch. Parent brand companies like Capri Holdings Limited, which own Michael Kors, Versace, and Jimmy Choo. Centric brands which own Tommy Hilfiger, Calvin Klein, and Under Armour. Each and every one of these fashion businesses have faced hundreds of million dollars in losses, already filed for bankruptcy, higher than ever layoffs, and or announced permanent or temporary closures. I hope that we all get through this together and pray that everyone stays safe and healthy. Thank you so much for joining in today with King Ranking. Please make sure to subscribe, like, and share our videos. And don't forget to turn on that notification. Until next time, King Rankers, please stay safe.